African Union Communications Early Warning and Intelligence, commonly known as AUC3I, is an intelligence and security organization responsible for providing signals intelligence and information assurance to AU citizens, AU leadership, and AU armed forces. I'm Colonel A.C. Oguntoye, an infantry officer. I am responsible for leading infantry soldiers at all levels of command and combined armed forces during missions on the ground. This is today's briefing. On the progress of the special military operation on the 26th of May, 2024. The units of the North Group of Forces continue to advance deep into the enemy defenses. Russian troops hit the 57th Motorized Infantry Brigade and 125th Territorial Defense Brigade close to Lipsy, Volchansk, and Russky Tishki, Kharkov region. One counterattack by an assault group of the 13th National Guard Brigade has been repelled near Globokoye, Kharkov region. The enemy losses were up to 300 servicemen, 4 motor vehicles, 1 Grad MLRS combat vehicle, 1 U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, 1 152mm Akatsiya self-propelled artillery system, and 1 122mm D-30 howitzer. As a result of successful combat operations, the units of the West Group of Forces have liberated Berestovoye, Kharkov region. The 77th Armed Forces of Ukraine Airmobile Brigades formations have been defeated near Stelmakovka, Lugansk People's Republic. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses were up to 285 servicemen, 2 armored fighting vehicles, 2 motor vehicles, 1 U.S.-made 155mm M198 howitzer, 1 152mm D-20 howitzer, 1 122mm D-30 howitzer, and 1 U.S.-made 105mm M119 howitzer. The units of the Southern Group of Forces have occupied more advantageous lines and defeated manpower and hardware of 54th Mechanized and 79th Air Assault Brigades of the Armed Forces of Ukraine near Seversk and Konstantinovka, Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were up to 480 troops, 3 armored fighting vehicles, 5 motor vehicles, 1 U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, 1 152mm D-20 howitzer, and 2 122mm D-30 howitzers. 5 ammunition depots of the Armed Forces of Ukraine have been destroyed. As a result of successful combat operations, the units of the Center Group of Forces have improved the tactical situation and defeated formations of 47th Mechanized, 25th Airborne Brigades, and the 109th Territorial Defense Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine near Yevgenovka, Rozovka, and Novgorodskoye, Donetsk People's Republic. Russian troops have repelled one counterattack by an assault group of the 144th Infantry Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine near Novoalexandrovka, Donetsk People's Republic. The enemy losses were up to 355 troops, 3 armored fighting vehicles, as well as 1 U.S.-made Bradley infantry fighting vehicle and 2 motor vehicles. During counter-battery warfare, 1 U.S.-made 155mm M109 Paladin self-propelled artillery system, 1 U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, 1 152mm Stubby howitzer, and 4 122mm Vostok self-propelled artillery systems. The units of the Vostok Group of Forces have occupied more favorable lines and defeated manpower and hardware of the 128th Territorial Defense Brigade and the 21st National Guard Brigade close to Prechistovka and Makarovka, Donetsk People's Republic. One counterattack by an assault group of the 72nd Mechanized Brigade of the Armed Forces of Ukraine have been repelled near Vladimirovka, Donetsk People's Republic. The Armed Forces of Ukraine losses were up to 130 servicemen, 3 motor vehicles, 1 Polish-made 155mm Krab self-propelled artillery system, 1 U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzer, and 1 152mm D-20 howitzer. The units of the Dnieper Group of Forces have defeated manpower and hardware of the 65th Mechanized Brigade and the 35th Marine Brigade near Rabatino, Zaporizhzhia region, and Tyajinka, Kherson region. The enemy losses were up to 40 servicemen, 2 armored fighting vehicles, and 4 motor vehicles. In the course of counter-battery warfare, 2 U.S.-made 155mm M777 howitzers, 1 152mm D-20 howitzer, 3 122mm D-30 howitzers, and 1 U.S.-made 105mm M119 howitzer. Operational tactical aviation, unmanned aerial vehicles, missile troops, and artillery of the Russian groups of forces have struck 2 ammunition depots of the armed forces of Ukraine, as well as engaged manpower and hardware clusters in 128 areas. Air defense facilities have shot down 5 U.S.-made Adams operational tactical missiles, 32 U.S.-made HIMARS and Czech-made Vampire projectiles, 1 Neptune anti-ship missile, and 41 unmanned aerial vehicles. In total, 603 airplanes and 274 helicopters, 24,656 unmanned aerial vehicles, 524 air defense missile systems, 16,166 tanks and other armored combat vehicles, 1,314 combat vehicles equipped with MRLS, 9,860 field artillery cannons and mortars, as well as 22,007 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation. Thank you so much for watching this video. We hope you found it useful and informative. If you have any questions, please leave them below and we'll get back to you as soon as possible.